this is so weird. Oh my
that.
God. Well, the ocean is so bizarre in and of itself. There's just so many weird creatures in the ocean.
It's such an alien environment to us.
Odd creatures lurk beneath the water that you like to hang out near. And not just eccentric critters, but rare sights and encounters that left fishermen baffled have also been recorded.
There's squid everywhere.
These are sea monsters that should have remained hidden.
You gotta stop her, you gotta stop her. Look at that, guys. We got this giant alligator gar from this tiny little ditch.
This fisherman did not expect to catch such a monster when he cast his line. He was fishing in a nearby canal when an alligator gar bit the end of his fishing line. They were in a battle of strength for almost an hour before he finally got this beast on the bank.
Look at that, guys. We got this giant alligator gar from this tiny little ditch.
Once the angler could get a closer look, he was shocked by its massive size and its dangerous strength. It was a staggering 7 feet in length and had enough power to drag anything, even if it was 3 times its size. The fisherman was lucky it wasn't him, and soon let the dinosaur of a fish back into its habitat.
There she goes.
Rare rainbow fish.
Woo! Check out this huge dolphin I just got here out of Crocodile Bay.
One of the most unique fishes you could ever come across is the fluorescent bull dolphin. This monster bull dolphin put up a good challenge, but was eventually caught. The woman who caught it was awestruck by the fluorescence of this amazing beast. It was almost the same size as her.
All right, here's another big dolphin here.
And anyone who saw it was stunned by its eye-catching features. The ocean blue and sea gold color scheme surely is enough to intrigue any fishing enthusiast. It's my board! Manta rays are known to be curious and have also been documented on occasions being playful, and this footage might just be the best evidence of their nature. As the surfer was waiting for a wave, he noticed the fin of a manta ray right in front of his board. Thinking that the sea creature would just swim by, he stopped, but it moved towards him. He signaled it to stop, but the curious animal gently nudged the surfer, displaying its playful nature, and then disappeared into the ocean. Bizarre specimen. The word bizarre does not do it justice and looks eerily like aquatic venom symbiote. Its tentacles, or whatever you like to call those, didn't stop moving and gave me the same sensation as creepy crawlers. This was caught by a huge fisherman in Singapore who felt a tug on his fishing line. The 54-year-old thought he had caught something nice for lunch, but what was left dumbfounded when this was on the end of his line. He posted the video of the freakish animal online, hoping someone would answer it, but no response. So since then, it has remained unidentified. Sardines. We are all familiar with sardines, and we know how easy it is to catch them. But no matter how many times you watch it, seeing them in such great numbers is always amazing. But a word of advice from your favorite YouTuber. If you see a family of sardines near the shore, it's best you stay away, because most likely they are trying to evade a predator. To infinity and beyond! Killer whales are perhaps the most efficient and intelligent predators on the planet. And this video proves just how meticulous they can get. A couple of fishing buddies had picked a spot in Ketchikan, Alaska, to catch some fishes when a sea lion appeared under the boat. They didn't care too much about it until they noticed an orca swimming close by. As soon as they left, the killer whale moved in and tossed the sea lion 20 feet in the air. And that's not my claim, but what happened according to the fishermen. Probably dazed the prey enough to be able to dine in on it.
Yeah, I got that.
Rare lobster.
It's amazing how blue they are. That pretty color.
That is a blue lobster. And you know how utterly rare they are? 1 in 2 million rare. Yeah, how shocking is that?
Say that these are 1 in 2 million, these blue lobsters, but there's no way. They have got to be way more rare.
No wonder the video got almost 11 million likes. And since they are so rare, Blake Haas, the fisherman who caught it, released the elegant and unique marine animal back into its habitat. Hopefully the lobster mates and produces many other blue lobsters. Walking carp.
快啲落水啊！
豬拿咗條邊。
Strange video shows fish walking on land as they make their way back into the water. This peculiar phenomenon has been recorded in different parts of the world, meaning it's a common thing for fishes. It's definitely odd to see, but some species are able to walk on land for an extended period of time. Fishes like snakehead and mangrove, to obvious ones like mud skippers and walking catfish. Not sure if this is proof of evolution or certain fishes hiding secrets beneath the depths.
Yeah, 勝利啊！
Sunfish surfacing. Sunfishes, or mola mola, are some of the rarest animals anyone will ever come across. They may look weird and are usually caught in nets when fishing for other kinds of fish. However, we have 2 clips of fishermen that managed to capture these oddities, surfacing or just below the watery surface. One marine biologist also managed to capture a huge sunfish, but since they are rare, Enrique Castal quickly took its measurements and DNA samples before releasing it back into the ocean. Mimic octopus. This marine creature has a trick up its sleeve. It might just impersonate you. Yeah, it is that good. It can shape-shift in such a way that it can mimic anything, hence the name. But it's not just about its ability to change its shape. The mimic octopus can also change its color. This master of disguise transforms its body and movements to closely resemble its chosen impersonation. What a world-class defense system! Kraken. This giant octopus-like creature was captured near the shore of Guatemala. It was clinging to an old stone pillar with its squirmy tentacles that is enough to give anyone goosebumps. Now, octopuses can get really big, but this one was far too massive to be real. Which begs the question, is it even real? I seriously doubt its authenticity, but the fisherman who captured it is still adamant that he reeled in a monstrous creature. And apparently, the netizens agree with that. Some people on the internet even started claiming that it was not a squid or an octopus, but rather the mythical beast Kraken. Or fish. Meet the rare weirdos of the ocean, the oarfish. And these fishermen accidentally caught not only 1, but 2 in their fishing nets. The fishermen were attempting to catch squids using nets that were set off the shore of Toyama Prefecture in central Japan. Just witness how spectacular it looks. And this greedy little one got caught in a fisherman's net trying to hunt down some fish. Oarfish live deep in the depths of the ocean, and it is also difficult for divers to go that deep. This is why this was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Faceless fish. Scientists have failed to comprehend what this fisherman caught off the coast of Australia, a faceless fish. For the fisherman, it was a bizarre and unexplainable sight, so he recorded a video and uploaded it on the internet to ask around. But no one had any idea what this fish was. It was accurately dubbed the name Faceless Fish, and its body resembled a sea serpent rather than an average fish. It was as rare of a fish as it was odd. Transparent aquatic creature.
Where does that come out of? Came out of here.
This isn't a salp, then what is it? A video of a transparent alien-like aquatic creature is going viral after it got caught on a fisherman's fishing line. This weird specimen had limbs and 2 black dots on its head, which were most likely its eyes. But since there is no information on what this thing even is, it's difficult to say anything for sure. Either that's a mutated plankton or something similar to a prawn. In any case, it has surprised everyone and raises more questions about what lurks below. Pet fish fishing. People keep dogs or even wolves in case they want to hunt for food. But this person had a totally different idea. Instead of the typical pet, he trained a fish to do the fishing for him. He releases the fish into the water, and whatever crosses its path, the fish grabs it and brings it back. I must say, it's perhaps the most unique fishing technique and seems quite effective. Almost as effective as you liking this video and subscribing to the channel, so I keep bringing the best content for you. Mad fish. This guy is about to find out why you should never jump inside a river deep in the jungle. As soon as he dived in, hundreds of fish went haywire, thrashing everywhere. What the man didn't know was that these fish were actually piranhas. And if you know anything about them, then you must be aware of what I am talking about. If you don't, just look at these razor-sharp teeth. It's safe to say you never want to mess with these. Leeching on.
That's what happens if you mess around with these things.
These invasive aquatic creatures are called lampreys, but the name that actually does justice to their behavior is vampire fish. Lampreys will stick onto their prey no matter who they are. Sharks, fishes, or even humans, they quickly turn on their suction mode and start draining them from inside. And it's not easy getting them off either. This was the first record of a vampire fish on a blue shark, and this was caught back in 1999, showing them on a basking shark. Sawfish.
So look at his teeth. His mouth's roped shut.
A fisherman caught one of the rarest fish in existence, a sawfish. This rare and magnificent creature was caught in the waters of the Indian River Lagoon, and once caught, the fisherman noticed a rope going around its saw-like mouth.
That one we caught in particular was really big. It was probably maybe 12 feet, maybe a little bit bigger.
Sawfishes use their unique and sharp mouths to hunt prey and fend off predators. But who would want to hunt this? Look at that weird mouth, I mean. They are fast and quick whenever they strike, so the fisherman was lucky to have all of his fingers intact at the end of the day. Mutated fish. And here, take a look at the weirdest sea creature caught last year in a fisherman's net that has left marine biologists with more questions than answers. In this viral video, an enigmatic sea creature was hauled up from the depths of the Russian Ocean, leaving everyone scratching their heads in wonder. Its peculiar appearance and mysterious features have sparked curiosity worldwide. Dubbed the devilfish, it had big and round protruding eyes, a distorted mouth, and a dark texture. Is this a devilfish or just some abnormality? Many said this was due to radioactivity and that it mutated this fish. Slimy creature. What even is that thing? A few years ago in the Philippines, scientists discovered a peculiar-looking specimen living beneath the sea. They extracted a huge black slimy creature from a long tube-like shell. It was 5 feet in length, making it the biggest they ever found. Now, they usually live inside woods, so no doubt why this discovery baffled scientists. Aquatic sword. Men will look at this and say, heck yeah! During a late-night drive in the Dominican Republic, 2 divers came across a mysterious sea oddity. Now, keep in mind, they were more or less experienced divers, and even for them, this aquatic creature was strange. They had never come across such a creature. With a streamlined body, blue-silver hue, and had a fascinating glow whenever light touched it. Not only that, this sea oddity was really fast. After research, I found out this is a large head hairtail, and it is one of the most unique-looking animals on the planet. Birdfish. In China, a local fisherman caught this bizarre fish with the head of a bird. With the mix of beady eyes and an unusually shaped head, people were shocked, and rightfully so, calling it a parrot or a pigeonfish. But truth be told, it's some sort of strange mutation. There are flying fishes on our planet, but a fish that looks like a bird is not something you catch every day. The unknown specimen was later released back into the ocean. Weird fish.
He's got my finger.
What in the heck is that? Throw it back into the ocean so it can return from the depths it once came from. This fisherman caught one of the most terrifying fish I have ever seen. It had sharp teeth that could bite through anything, like a hot knife through butter. It even bit the fisherman's glove and did not let go.
Finger.
Apparently, this is called a monkfish, and they can grow over 4 feet in length. Now, that's something to be wary of. Standing fish. Your eyes are not fooling you. That is legit a fish standing on its fins. The short clip shows what appears to be a carp fish gasping for air while standing on ice. The video has gained some traction due to its rather unusual nature, with people joking about if the fishes have started to evolve. Whatever the reason, this has to be one of the weirdest fisherman catches of all time. In the dark. A rare giant squid was caught on camera in the deep ocean, and marine biologists had to use special equipment to be able to record this unique footage. And it wasn't just a strange occurrence. They knew the squid won't appear on camera, so they installed an apparatus with lights on to attract the aquatic creature. And it worked because the squid used its tentacles, as it was intrigued by whatever was glowing in the dark. Don't finger it. Yeah, a word of advice. If you see something unusual anywhere, especially near water, do not try to touch it unless you know what it actually is. As soon as he came in contact with this bizarre-looking organism, it began shrinking, and his finger was also getting stuck to those tiny tentacles. Good thing is those weren't sharp and not poisonous, because some of these species are a big no-no for humans. They are called sea anemones, and most are safe to touch. Emphasis on the word most, not all, so keep your distance. Beach salmons. It's not just sardines that move in large numbers. It turns out salmon also like to do the same. And because they move in such great numbers, a rare footage managed to capture what happens if they end up beaching themselves. Hundreds of mature salmon had ended up on the shore, and if you look closely at the video, you'll spot a grizzly bear in the distance. The first thing I want to say is, whoever is recording is really brave, and secondly, this looks like the bear's usual eating spot. But sure does look like such a large feast does not happen often, or at all. So, quite fortunate for the predator to stumble upon such a scene. Deformed skate.
What the hell? What is that, Mom?
People usually confuse skates with stingrays, but being perfectly honest, how can anyone tell what the heck this even is? Not even sure if this is a skate, just look at its weirdly deformed face and 3 unusual tentacle-like tails. People were also baffled until the original uploader, Natalie, revealed that it was a normal skate that got tied up in a fishing line. Nat, you had us all worried there for a second. Alien creature. Alien-like creature was captured inside a swamp in Thailand. Straight off the bat, let me tell you, there isn't any information on it, and this is the only video I could find, which makes it even more mysterious as to what exactly did the person catch. It looks like a reptile, like a snake covered with hair. Maybe it is something much similar to a salamander with moss growing on top of it, and somehow it got covered in it. There is so much mystery under the water's surface that it's unbelievable to even imagine something like this existing. Ocean monster ambush. Paddling your boat has never been so thrilling. While just off the coast of Key West, Florida, this person was ambushed by something large underneath the water. It was splashing water everywhere and almost tipped over the paddler. Whatever this looked like, it was in a hurry. Or maybe it failed to knock down the person, so it escaped. The encounter was quick and kind of frightening. What makes it even worse is that the monster was not even seen for a moment, yet its approach disturbed the entire ocean. Surprise catch.
Oh, there's a triggerfish in the shoe! There's a triggerfish in the shoe!
Nick Bingo was fishing with his friends when they caught something weird floating in the ocean. It turned out to be a worn-out shoe, and guess what they found inside? 2 fishes were stuck inside of it. One was a small chub, and the other was a triggerfish.
Look at how pretty that is, guys.
That's insane.
Look at the...
Fortunately for the fish, Nick found them in time. Otherwise, they would have passed away in that shoe. I'm sure it smells horrid. Mysterious remains. These divers made a bizarre discovery in the deep sea, and the site was so out of this world that they brought the footage to a paranormal investigator. It was large, and the midsection of it had an unusual bone structure. The fact that its tail was so weirdly separated from the rest of the body. Whatever this creature once was didn't have ribs as well, because there was no rib cage found, and according to marine biologists, every animal has one. So what was this? And why did they not go to an expert in marine life, but decided to go to a supernatural investigator? Ghost fish. At first, I thought it was rubber bait, but boy was I wrong. But to my credit, it does look like it, doesn't it? I wasn't the only one. This diver who randomly came across it also had no idea what it was. Turns out these are called salps. They are completely see-through, which makes it rather difficult to spot them in the ocean. Many even mistake them for jellyfish, but they are not harmful. They also have a habit of forming colonies by gathering together in one spot. Unidentified Indonesian creature. Field Journal is dedicated to filming content that would entice travel enthusiasts, and during one of their expeditions, they came across this mysterious sight. While sailing on the Indian Ocean off the coast of Palu Komodo, Indonesia, these explorers saw this strange organism. Upon closer inspection, they noticed that it wasn't just one, but a colony of sea life that had formed into a single entity. Most likely, this was a colony of salps, and although they are safe for humans, together, it might be a different story. The explorers even mentioned that due to some nasty stings, they had to leave the water earlier than they wanted. Huge water creature. A local was enjoying a riverbank in Kalimantan, Indonesia, when he saw a strange movement below the water's surface. Unsure what was happening, so he started to record, and just then, this was caught on camera. Just below the surface, something large was caught moving, and it had to be large because of the disturbance it created throughout the river. This mysterious river monster was seen creeping out of the water, but it managed to keep most of its body, well, submerged underneath. The local who caught it was a fisherman and later revealed it looked like the back of a water dragon to him. Mutant species. Yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near the ocean if such demonic-looking creatures are lurking below. It shows an aquatic creature with multiple heads, all equipped with sharp teeth, and strong enough to hold on to a crab claw. But imagine all of them nibbling your toes, or worse. After some digging, I found out that it's called bearded worm goby, and this was a mutated, but frightening version of that. Harlequin filefish. Now, where is this extraordinary creature? Did you find it? Even if you didn't, don't worry. I had to re-watch the entire clip myself. And there it is! What sets this fish apart is its extraordinary ability to not only change color, but also alter its skin texture. A skill it employs for seamless camouflage. As it navigates the vibrant world of coral reefs, the harlequin filefish can morph its appearance to mimic the textures and hues of its surroundings. This fish is like the ninja of the oceans, hiding in plain sight. Spinning fish. Is the fish breaking it down, or is it having a breakdown? The person noticed something was off with one of her fishes, so she got her phone out and started recording. And then to her surprise, her fish started spinning. She posted the video on YouTube, asking people for help because she had never seen this before. And she found the answer that she wishes she did not find out. It was due to a parasite that causes the fish to start spinning, and it's called whirling disease. Experiment gone wrong! Something strange washed up in Thailand that shocked the locals, and do tell me in the comments what you think it is! This mysterious specimen had the body of a fish, but its head was unusually large to be of a fish of that size. Not only that, the mysterious creature was also weirdly pale, as if it was stripped of all life. But it wasn't just its large head or strange body, or even the colorless skin. Look at its limbs. What sea creature has such features? Makes you wonder, doesn't it, that either this is a natural defect or a failed experiment? Let me know. Mysterious sea monster.
8 meter dan lebar.
Did a giant sea monster wash up near a jungle in Indonesia? Locals believe so. Let's see what they captured. The body of the creature was certainly massive, and at first glance, it appeared to have a scaly tail. Now, either this creature was already white, or the floating oddity dried up over time, and the salty water drained all color from it. But there is no information on how much time had passed before it was discovered. Investigators determined it to be a whale that washed up after predators were done with it. That would explain why the mammal was missing some of its parts. That's the only logical explanation thus far. Skeletal remains. Looks like something from fantasy books, doesn't it? The creature appears to have transparent wings and nothing but bones going down the midsection, like something carefully removed all flesh and left behind its skeleton. After some digging, I found out that this was what was left of a young stingray. How it succumbed is still unknown, but I guess that the culprit was sea lice. Out for a walk. Taking your dog out for a walk? Pfft, that's outdated. Taking your wish for a swim. Now that's a catch. This guy literally took his pet catfish out for a stroll on a flooded street. He even attached a leash to it, in case it swam away. He took the phrase, "taking my fish for a walk," too literally.
Take their pet catfish out for a walk when it floods?
C1 anomaly. Seen this image before? Turns out there is a little bit of truth behind it. More than a decade ago, near Orca Island, USA, the body of a female harbor seal was discovered. But it wasn't your quintessential seal. It turned out that the deceased seal was about to give birth to conjoined twins. But the labor didn't go as planned. The person who spotted the mother called animal rescuers, who found out that she passed away during the process of birth. Nature can be just as shocking as it is beautiful. It's time for today's open discussion. This picture has been raising a lot of eyebrows, but not enough questions as to its origins. Well, that's why I am here. The photo originally surfaced near the start of this year, and it shows a man in white protective clothing. And he is looking at a creature with many tentacles, which had made people believe that this was a mutated squid. Although it's nice to let imagination run wild, in actuality the image is fake and AI generated. I know it looks really intriguing, but that's the truth. And let's be honest, do we want something like this roaming around? Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.